What is up, YouTube? So today I'm going to be bringing you a coaching guide. We're going to get back into it. We have videos for coaching, teaching, tons of shit coming out pretty much every day here on out. Fix my computer. We're good to go. But besides that, we have an announcement. I am now sponsored / partnered with Vertigear. They make amazing chairs. Actually sitting in one right now. You can kind of see. I will drop a link in the description. You will see pictures all around. I'll bring them up and show you what I have and what I like about the company. They make amazing quality chairs. Obviously, when you're paying for you're getting something that you want is high quality, it's going to cost a little bit more. So if you're looking at the chair I'm sitting in, I'm in a Trigger 350. I'm in the special edition. The Trigger 275 and the Trigger 350 are what really made me focus on this company. They were making really high quality, very supportive chairs that most companies do not make. The other chairs that I'm not using, the non-trigger chairs, are very sick chairs. They're very good quality. They're comfortable. Trust me. I know. I actually was turned on to this by Mindy. You guys see him in the videos all the time. I was turned on to these chairs by Mindy, and I trusted him. I had faith in him, and he was right. Chairs are sick. Please use the links below. Check them out. Even if you don't need a chair right now, just keep in mind that these are available, and they are very awesome chairs. Company's awesome. Good people. And yeah, you'll be seeing a lot of the chair, and you'll hear me talking about them a lot, probably in the videos, because people will be asking questions and such. And if you have any questions, please come to me. Drop them in the comments below. Come on my stream and ask me. Tweet at me. Whichever. All that information, wherever you need to hit me up, is below. There's Twitter. Everything's there. So make sure you do that. If it's a really in-depth question, you can email me too, but not recommended, because I probably won't respond if it's not really important. So besides that, let's go ahead and jump into this coaching video. We have a Circuit game, and I'm focusing on the early to mid game here, which is the whole idea. And we're going right into laning. You have mid lane is Janus Circuit. For the person we are watching, we are going, or they are going, against the Janus Camazotz. Oddly enough, Camazotz actually can do very well against Circuit if Circuit ever misses any abilities. Just don't miss, and you're fine, and you still have the advantage all the time. So for laning here, more than likely going to, this is a casual game, obviously, not a ranked game. You have Janus versus Janus. But yeah, you're going to trade clear here pretty evenly when you have mirror match mids, and then you have a Circuit who can kill 3 creeps. So keep that in mind when you are clearing. Now, I'm going to talk about min-maxing a lot in this video. I'm going to try to talk about farming versus ganking a lot in this. Now, it might not be as specific as you want, depending on what happens to the map. But right away, min-maxing, looking at farm, they're walking over ward. You know where the fuck they're going. Don't worry about that. You want to instantly be moving towards your buff. Every second you have counts. So you can't stay mid lane like this as a jungler. You can't not go for a buff. So look, there are 2 buffs on the left side of the map, 2 buffs on the right side of the map, 2 buffs in the middle of the map, 2 harpies, or I guess 2 mid harpies, whatever you want to call them, in the middle of the map. So you're looking at 8 total buffs that you have access to, really, or I guess 7, and then invading is potentially there. So you've got 4 on the left that are between your side of the map and the middle of the map, and then you've got the 4 on the right. But I'm saying that because they're obviously giving up something here by going mid. So when you have 8 buffs to look at, you need to be clearing them every second. You cannot sit in the mid lane. You cannot sit there. You can't be doing nothing for a wave. You can't clear a wave and then just sit there. It can't happen. It doesn't matter how much health you're at. Go to do something. Anything. Go to a buff. If you're worried about dying, go to red buff. Go the opposite side of the other team. You cannot sit here like this. It's very bad. They automatically have advantage over you now. For the rest of the game, you have to do something to take it back. Just that alone, they have advantage. They can just play the game regular, go for regular buffs the rest of the game, they have an advantage. Luckily, your duo lane is winning, and you're pushing up and taking the red buff. But if I'm the other team, I'm taking your speed, I'm taking your blue, I'm going to go push mid lane, and then I'm going to take your blue or your red and your purple. I'm going to get the advantage here if you do this, because you just did nothing for an entire wave. That's a solid 10-15 seconds of you really doing nothing, and that's not acceptable in the way the game's played right now. It's just not going to work. Also, quick little tip, since we're watching a Circuit game. Do not ever level your 1 again. Do not go 2 points into your 1 and 1 point into your 2 and no points into your 3. You have no mobility. You have no escape. If you go up and clear this wave and the Camazotz jumps on you, you die. You don't know where he is right now. You don't see him on the map. Obviously, you have wards, so you aren't as worried. But it's way too risky for you to do that. You aren't getting enough damage out of your 1 being another rank up for you to not level your 3. Like, you should have your 3. Also, quick tip. Because you do have your 2 and your 1 here, you don't have your 3. You level your 1 to be aggressive. You level your 1 for damage. That means you are going for an all-in kill. That's what that means to me. If you don't know why you're leveling that, then that's a problem. But that would be the reason you would level that. You just walked right up to a Janus within melee range pretty much and didn't use a single ability on that Janus. You could easily do half of a Janus's health with a 2 and a 1 combo on Circuit. Now, and then if your Janus hits an ability, that Janus dies. The other Janus dies. You can't play. You got to be aggressive in this meta. You can't be passive where you sit in lane and do nothing. You can't level up your abilities to be aggressive and then not use them. So far, I'm very not happy with the way this game is going. You saw them go towards your speed earlier. They didn't take it. I guess they're bad. Nah, see, it's gone. So there's more time you lost. You knew they went to their speed. They walked over wards. They walked over 2 wards. You watched them walk over wards. That's why you went to their red buff. Why would you ever go check your speed? You can't miss out on time here. Then you turn around. So the Janus at least knew to go straight to back camps, which is good. But it looked like you were headed towards a mid. Not good. Not acceptable. Not okay. Not what you're supposed to be doing. Remember, this is a coaching guide. I'm going to focus on all the negatives in these videos. I'll try to say like, yeah, this is awesome. This is great. But you know when you do something right, you get something. You get a kill. You get an objective, blah, blah, blah. I got to focus on the bad here, and there's a lot of bad. There's a lot of mini misplays, and in Smite, mini misplays are the game. In competitive play, you make a mistake like these, and that will literally cost you the game, oddly enough, especially in this meta. It's so snowbally that when people know what the hell they're doing, you will get destroyed because of the things you're doing. Now, it's nice that you did see this person was low. This is where we're going to talk about farming versus ganking. Taking advantage of your situation is when farming versus ganking kind of comes into play. You want to farm, obviously, all the time. But you also have to take advantage of ganks when they're in your favor. You don't have to get the kill. It's okay if you don't get the kill. If something gets dropped or if it just doesn't work out, it's fine. But him recognizing that this Thoth is a mage, it has some mobility, not crazy mobility. Circuit can easily catch up to a Thoth if the Circuit doesn't play poorly. But the Thoth is low as shit. And the Thoth has a level advantage. So the Thoth will want to play aggressive to go for a kill here early. As soon as the Bologna hits 5, the Thoth's probably going to back away. So the Circuit is trying to take advantage of this. And that is actually really smart. And that's something you have to remember when looking at ganks. Now, the lack... Okay. we have so much to talk about. I wish I had people in here to talk to during these coaching. When you leap in, why would you auto-attack before using an ability? Ever. At any point in time. Especially when your ability is your 2, which locks them down. I don't know if that Thoth has beads, but usually the solo laner will not have beads and does have mobility. So 99.9% of the time, you will use your ability first instead of auto-attacking. I don't know if you got caught up in something. I don't know what happened, but you 100% should have jumped in, 2'd, and won. 0 auto-attack should have been thrown out until after you 2'd and you won. Playing Circuit, with basically, if you're playing Circuit and you're not using every ability properly and you're not being as quick as possible on the God, you won't be a very good Circuit player. You will never be a great Circuit player. You will never win all the matchups you should win just because you aren't using abilities properly. This is the base of Smite. When you're getting into Smite, you need to learn the ability rotations, how the game is played in general, and then you work on the little like who you can invade. You work on the little things after you focus on the abilities and all that stuff. Now, that was actually a really good use of your abilities there. You saved the Bologna. Bologna kind of baited the shit out of him. You knew the Kamazots didn't have ult, so throwing your ult on the Kamazots right away was great. That was a little strange. At no point in time, so I think you rushed yourself here. When you guys are playing Circuit, do not rush your 2-1 combo. You have a lot of time, especially if a lot of people don't realize this. Your 2 comes out twice. Your 2 is 2 abilities in 1. You throw out this Madness Taunt ability, and then you throw out another one. So technically, you can hit your 2 on 2 people at the same time. They will start attacking each other, and you can one both of them. I do it all the time in my videos, so watch my Circuit gameplay if you don't understand that at all. Now, that being said, you have a lot of CC time coming out of your 2, and you don't recognize it, and you can tell by his Circuit play right there. He threw out his 2 and was trying to aim down his sight to throw his 1 out before his 2 was done. So he missed his 2 because he had no vision. Take your time. Look at your fucking targets. Look at him in the eyes. In any sport you play, You look where the fuck you're throwing the ball. You look where the fuck you're shooting the ball. You have the hand-eye coordination. All that shit's very important. It still applies to video games as well. You can't not look at the person while you're throwing your 2 because you want to look at the ground to be ready to throw your 1 out. That was a rushed ability. That Janus should have been at half health. And I'm making a big deal out of all these little things, especially on Circuit, because these advantages lead to objectives. They lead to invades. They lead to easier fights. Having a Janus at half health means their Janus can't be aggressive. That automatically gives you map pressure. So every time you waste an ability or you miss something or you don't take advantage of something, you're losing out on a game. That literally little thing, I don't think people realize how many little things can add up super quickly and just destroy the game for the other team. People always ask me, how come you always win mid pressure? How come you always have advantage of the map? How come you're always able to invade? It's because I do the little things that give me an advantage. I poke when I need to. When I have the advantage when people are out of position, I don't always go for a kill. You don't always have to be going all in. The little things add up. And that is what Smite is actually all about, and people don't realize. In competitive play, little things add up and get you a win, but also a big mistake will completely lose the game. So competitive takes it up a level where you have this overlying, we can't make a horribly bad call because that'll also be the game. So you have double the pressure on you. Luckily, these casuals and ranked, you guys only have to focus on yourself and the little things most of the time. Now, at least you're back to farming normal, which is great. You guys are down in gold, even though you have a kill advantage. Kind of sucks. You're sitting on a lot of gold, and you're wasting a lot of time here. So, as soon as your Janus didn't hold the way for you, back. Stop running around. Stop moving to the left side of the lane. All this shit is adding up time. You have 1,700 gold. Those are boots, full boots, and ward, and a health pot. Or 2 wards and a health pot. Whatever the fuck you're going to get, that's what it should be. It should be boots, 2 wards, and a health pot with that much gold on your first back. Get the hell back to base. Stop sitting around doing nothing. You're standing here staring at nothing, and I don't know what you're like running in circles. This is bad. This is really, really, really bad. I don't know what you're doing. I understand your ult's up, but I don't think you realize how much damage you don't have because you don't have boots yet. So that 6 to 7 seconds could have been avoided. You could have been back to base and out, ready to go fucking farm and kill again. 100%. You did get 2 mana pots, which was not useful at all. Mana, especially on Circuit, is not a big issue. I 100% would have bought 1 health pot, 2 wards. Do not focus on mana pots here. There's very few gods you need mana pots on. Awelix is one that comes to mind, but not many other than Awelix that you're going to really need a lot of mana on. Now we're going to... Basically, you should be starting to look at farms on the ground. Farms go on, like you cleared everything. All the buffs are on the ground or dead or whatever, pretty much. So you're going to look at ganking and pressuring around the map. Now, this is really, really good of you to rotate and finish up on these kills. The other team really should have gotten out, and you really should have taken your Janus ult in. It just would have been a faster path for you. You could have got there pretty damn quickly. Probably weren't in comms, probably didn't know he was going to ult. That's not a big deal. And remember the health pot we were talking about? Be really useful right now, considering you are at 300 HP and haven't gotten any farm after leaving the base. It's the first farm you're really picking up. So, health pot, not mana pot. That will allow you to farm and gank and pressure the map a lot. Another little thing people just tend to fucking avoid or not want to think about. Now, you've pressured the solo side of the map twice. I think you've killed him twice now. Yeah, you killed the Thought twice. So that's really good. Now is when you want to start looking at farming and pressuring on the left side of the map, because that's where the major objective is, the Gold Fury. It's really going to be the key farm for your whole team to get at once, right? Like that's the big objective you want to grab around 10 minutes if possible, because that's a huge spike in gold. So make sure whenever you're prioritizing this point, you are prioritizing that side of the map. I'm known for camping the solo lane. Love camping the solo lane. It is super fun. If you have no chance at getting a Gold Fury for some reason, you have lack of vision, or your dual lane's just so far behind there's no way, then you can keep pressuring the solo side of the map and just try to worry about stealing farm from them. Now, your dual lane's doing fine, it seems. Probably, I don't know how many deaths they have. They might have 1 or 2 deaths. It's really not a big deal. But you have the farm to go over there and pressure. They look like they have a support Hercules who you hard counter. He's just going to sit there and die, even though it is a support player picking up defense. Which is awesome. Okay. We're talking about min-maxing, farm, ganking, right? You're backing with full health, full mana, and 1,000 gold. You can't get any more wards and place them down. You just placed 2 wards down. They're going to be down for 2 minutes, whatever the hell is left. I don't know, 3 minutes, almost 3 minutes left, right? You have 1,000 gold, so the most you're going to buy is Jotun's 1 or Crit 1 or Heartseeker 1. Rank 1 of something. It's going to be like 15 power. That is not going to guarantee you a gank. You're actually losing farm and time right here. You don't know if fire creeps are down. You don't know if right harpies are down. You do not know if their buffs are up or down. Those are things you want to be doing with this time, checking those and looking for gank. Not backing and buying rank 1 of an item for no reason. You're buying another, okay. Wow. Okay, we have a problem. We have a serious problem. You just placed wards. You just sat your 2 wards down. They have 3 minutes left and you just committed, what, 220 gold into more wards? In no way is that worth it at all. At no point in time. That delays your rank 2 of your Heartseeker now, which is actually pretty cheap. You could have gotten that really quickly. So you back for no reason, in my opinion. Really no reason at all. That rank 1 is not going to get you anything, and because you had full health and full mana, you had a mana pot still ticking. That was a complete waste of a back. Then you drop 220 gold early into the game that is going to be completely irrelevant and not useful at all. I always tell people to buy a shit ton of wards, but a shit ton means when you need to back and you don't have wards out already, or you didn't just place wards, I mean, that's when you buy more wards, right? You buy wards when you need wards, not when you just place them and you're trying to farm up. That's not the play here. Do not like it. I really like your positioning right here. You're looking for the pressure. It's awesome. This guy you got a lucky snipe. Use your ultimate. Don't drop kills because you want to save your ult. You want to save your abilities. When you're in the early game, your abilities aren't going to be wasted if they result in a kill. If he misses that ult, that person gets out. You use your ult there. You jump on top of him, instantly use your ult. You don't try to get auto attacks. You're really trying to get these weird auto attacks off on Circuit that are not strong, and I do not like them. They're garbage. In all honesty, they're complete garbage. You have still yet to pressure the left side of the map. Farming versus ganking. There is no farm up on the right side of the map. Maybe their blue is up. Maybe. Unlikely. Possibly. If it is, awesome. You get a blue buff. But your Bellona has pressure over there and can solo it herself. Like, the Bellona is going to get blue if she wants it no matter what. You have left harpies up. Left mid harpies up. You have gold up. You have your purple up. You had your left back harpies up. And you don't know if they're red or purple up. You're pressuring the wrong side of the map. You want to be around that gold fury. You want to get a kill around that gold fury. You want to lead into that gold fury. Sitting here, watching this person clear a wave is not doing anything for you. You guys can easily dive this. Bellona all into a Circuit combo. That Thoth is dead in 1 second. Like, that's awesome, but you're not doing it. You're just kind of sitting here, losing farm, trying to force gank. Forcing ganks is bad. Forcing a gank is bad. Forcing it is terrible. If you aren't confident running over there, I know. So in competitive, the conversation would go like this. This Thoth is, Bellona will be like, this Thoth is at 80%, 70%, whatever, right? I have lane pressure. I have my ult. We can kill this person. Soon as a Bellona says that means, and you say, okay, I'm coming, that means you've committed. That means at that point, unless the other team rotates or there's some other threat, you are diving that Thoth. You are Bellona ulting and comboing that Thoth. Now, in your game, might be a little bit different because you probably don't have comms, all that shit, but you can type that out. The Bellona could say that, or if you just realize that, you could be like, Bellona, he's at 80%, the Thoth is at 80%, let's dive this person. Because you roaming around the map in circles, getting no wave farm, getting no harpies, getting no camps, and doing nothing and pressuring nothing is pointless. And you're losing out on a shit ton of time that is going to result in a lot of farm and a lot of kills and a lot of objectives. And you're the same level as this Camazotz, who you've run into once and the Camazotz died. And that's more than likely just because the Camazotz isn't wasting time. And this fight was a bad fight instantly. You're not prioritizing your map right now. You just walked in. You saw your Janus escape. Janus could have ran away. Got away from the other Janus. Your Janus had low health, no mana. You saw Hercules running down the mid lane. Was literally right in your vision. And instead you full comboed a Camazotz for no reason with zero chance of really killing that Camazotz. Bad use of abilities. Bad use of your map. Now you're getting dove and you're probably going to die. Just because somebody's out of position in a game doesn't mean you're in an advantage in that situation in the game. So you saw the Camazotz coming underneath and you thought, this person's right on my tower. They're out of position. There's creeps. We can kill them. But you can't kill them yourself and your support's still in the left side of the map. Your support has not left that side of the map. That is telling me you need to go to that left side of the map. Stop going to the right side of the map. Stop worrying about the mid lane. Stop worrying about your Janice. Your Janice has a global ult, can move around the map, and was obviously escaping fine even though she lost or he lost the 1v1. Go to the left side of the map. Get your purple buff. Get your red buff that just spawned. You will go really far if you start looking at these little things and start prioritizing them. So after the mid wave is gone, instantly to the red buff. You know Hercules is super deep over there. Awesome. But you're... Okay. I'm so disappointed, man. I'm so sad. I teach these things in my gameplay. Watch my gameplay and watch what I do. You will never see me go out of my way to drop a ward while a Hercules is diving the left side of the map. An immobile Hercules is diving on the left side of the map. So you either go over there and you guarantee a kill, or you just drop your red buff. After you get your buffs down, then you can go and drop these wards. There's no pressure of them doing gold. This ward isn't going to show anything crazy. You're not diving the left side of the map. Your team isn't up on their tower line. This ward is not going to help you in this situation. You need to prioritize your time better. Much, 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 much better. You're just looking around and shit. I do like how you're looking at buffs. That is awesome. But you're not taking the buff. You're a Surcat. You have one of the fastest jungle clear times out of all of the assassins at this point in the game. With Bluestone and you're 1 at max rank. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? You're killing me, man. Take the red buff. Stop playing like a little bitch. You're wasting your time and playing like a puss. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. This is bad. This is not okay. You chose the solo. I like Oracle farm. I do like getting the Oracles. I do like that this can lead into a Gold Fury. But you chose the solo Oracles over taking their damn red buff. Take the fucking buff. Now you're going to jump in? I hope this guy dies. This guy better die with your Ho Yi. Your Ho Yi better get you a fucking kill, bro. This guy gets out, I'm tilted. Okay, your Ho Yi missed everything. Bad play. As soon as he misses ultimate, use your 1 to escape. Your 1 is not only a damage dealing ability. Your 1 is an escape. Stop sitting there taking free damage and just dying for no reason. That was an easy escape for you. You're lucky it turned into a 1v1 because your Janice actually hit some abilities. Take the red buff next time, or rotate to the Hercules. You were lucky the red buff was up. That saved you from wasting your time, and then you still managed to waste your fucking 20 seconds of running around in the jungle. I don't know what to tell you other than stop wasting time. Go for buffs. Even worst case scenario in that situation, on that red buff, is you won it and you kill the smalls instantly. The smalls will die off of your 1. As soon as your 1 hits, the smalls die. Then you pull the red back so you can see the back harpies. You want to look towards their back harpies in the mid lane, kind of get that angle, that side vision. Check to see if anyone's coming. If someone comes, you leave, and you got small harpies. You got some farm out of it. You didn't completely lose out. No one comes, you take the red buff, and you get an advantage. It's huge. It's a really, really big deal. Really, really big deal. Stop being scared. Stop wasting your time. Please, stop wasting your time. Remember those wards you grabbed that you still haven't been used, that you're just holding in your inventory? That was a huge waste of farm. Huge waste of farm and potential of finishing your first item early. It is just out the window because you decided to grab those wards. Just wanted to harp on that. So it's ingrained in all of your minds. When to ward, why to ward, how to ward, when to buy them. Now you're in a great position for this gank. No! Stop wasting your time doing little things, man. Title of this video is going to be, stop wasting my fucking time. Your fucking time. Everyone's fucking time. You just dropped a ward. You knew Bologna was low, right? Bologna had ult. Bologna could have pulled out something. In a higher level game, that solo laner is going to ultimate and live for a few more seconds. And your ass walked up and dropped the ward instead of going beelining it right for that solo lane. What the fuck? The only reason you can get a kill here is because these guys are idiots and playing up, and you're probably still not even going to go for the kill. You easily could have been there to get a kill. Easily. 110%. 110,000%. You should also be a level 12 by now, and you're just leveling super slow for some reason. And these wards are pointless. You're 12 minutes into a game, and you just drop both your regular wards. The Portal Demon ward isn't useless. I'll take that back. It was useless to drop when you did, but it's a good ward to have in case they pull Portal Demon. You want to move it up a little bit, because right now they can pull Portal Demon and you won't see them. But this other ward by the blue buff, You're at 13 minutes. You don't have a tower. There's no ganks happening. Like, that wasn't a gank. That was just your Bologna being stupid and dying for no reason with her ult up. That ward should not be there. All your wards should be focused, other than that Portal Demon ward, that one Portal Demon ward, all the other wards should be around Gold Fury and giving you that advantage to take an objective. 13 minutes into this game, and you still haven't gone to the duo side of the map. I understand not wanting to gank that side of the map, but you have to go over there for buffs at some point in time and actually take buffs, whether it be your own buffs, whether it be their buffs, depending on what you're looking at or the point in the game or what objectives are available. You need to be looking at different things. And I don't know what you're doing right here. So when a Camzox goes in the air, you want to juke. You don't want to stand still and eat the ult. So sitting in your invis, he knows where the fuck you are. He's not an idiot. So you sitting there is just pointless damage you're taking for no reason. Move around. You know he wants to escape, so he's more than likely going to head towards his side of the map. Position yourself near that Portal Demon. Make him pull the Portal Demon if he really wants to go on you. And then you can jump on top of him with your invis. You're doing a lot of things for no reason right now. Like, a whole lot of things are just, there's no reasoning behind them. You're randomly walking up to Janice's for no reason with no ultimate and no kill potential. You have to start focusing on the shit you're doing. Now, this game is supposed to be early to mid covered, which is what I feel is covered at this point. You are lucky the game is close. You are lucky you're at the same level as this Camazot. Please learn min-maxing your time in this game. This isn't a shooter. You can't just move around the map and hope you get kills. There's a lot more thought process that's going to go into Smite. I compare a lot of games to shooters because shooters, every person understands you go into a game and you kill people. You jump on the game and you kill people. People aren't going to be good at it. Everyone's not going to be able to aim. But in Smite, you have to hit those abilities. You have to get those skills. You need to land those shots like a shooter. But then you also have the mini metagames that are coming in where you're farming, you're getting map pressure, you're poking people, you're getting the mini ganks that'll lead into objectives. And 14 minutes in, you haven't really taken any of their buffs. You don't have fire control, fire creep control. You got oracles once just because they aren't even looking at them, and your duocide got a kill. That's not going to get you a win every game. These are key things for you to lead up to winning more than half your games. In this game, I see you right here. If you win, it's because your team steps up and starts playing well. You're the lowest level on your team. Your Ymir isn't rotating at all, and you are the lowest level on your team. That is absolutely not okay. You're lucky their jungler is also the lowest level on their team, but that means you are farming terribly. You should be right around the solo lanes level at this point, maybe a little bit behind. More like around the hunters level, I guess. And then you'll start to fall behind the solo laner a little bit as the solo laner gets to rotate to get more farm. But you should definitely be 2 levels ahead of your Ymir when the game is even and your Ymir has not left the lane and farmed at all. That's all I gotta say, man. Focus on the little things, guys. If you really break down everything I talked about in here, especially if you're a Circuit player, pay attention to the Circuit tips that I gave you. And hopefully this video helps you guys out a little bit. Remember to check out Vertigear. Remember to hit the subscribe button. Please, we're pushing for 100K. We haven't been putting much content out because I had my editing PC have some issues. Motherboard died randomly and I had to get another one in there. It's in there now. It's fixed. Videos will be edited and put together the way they're supposed to be. And yeah, like the video, guys. Subscribe. Check out Vertigear, please. And let me know what other kind of content you want in the comments below. I'll see you all later.